This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Oh my God. Cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
Wow. You can really tell that we are recording on two opposite coasts because you just cheersed with a coffee mug and I cheersed with a hard cider.
Hell yeah. It's Tuesday. I also have a Diet Coke and a water. I don't know about you, oh, good. I am getting a spam risk call from New Jersey. Wonderful.
I got one this morning.
What fun. As we get closer to the election, I'm getting calls and texts from all over the place.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't even think about it like that.
That's my assumption, but who knows?
Wait, what were you saying? You notice you're drinking more beverages?
My caffeine intake is through the roof. I'm a average 3 cups of coffee a morning drinker now.
Absolutely, Grace. You know what I did yesterday? I did a little grocery shopping. Grocery, not gross shopping.
I was like, how disgusting was it?
Yeah, how disgusting was it, Mamrie? And I switched. I got grounds because I was like, every day since I've been in North Carolina, I've been going into the coffee shop and it's lovely. But sometimes you just want a mug at home. You know what I mean? Without putting on real pants, because it's not like there's drive-through Starbucks is here. I have to like show my body.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a trade-off.
Groceries. But I got half caffeinated grounds. I feel like I'm not going to stop drinking as much, so I need to maybe fool myself.
No, that's good. That's the thing. I wonder how true that is, or if that is truly just a placebo mental trick. Like,
do you think it's full caffeine or decaf?
One or the other. I think it could go either way.
Because that's so risky.
How do they measure that?
Decaffeinate coffee?
Yeah.
Well, I think what they do is they just make it half decaf, half regular, and shake it in a bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do they make decaf coffee?
Okay, I've had this conversation recently.
Because now that I'm saying this out loud, that's an oxymoron.
It sounds stupid, right? But the same way, I guess, of how they make like non-alcoholic beer or something.
Yeah.
I've heard that they roast the beans so long that it extracts the caffeine.
Sure.
Did I say that confidently with a literal question mark at the end?
That sounded very confident. Yeah, I feel like if you roast the beans long enough, they're going to be worthless anyway.
Yeah, they're not going to taste good. But so I'm trying to do the half calf life. And that's easier to do it at home.
You've really changed.
I make a pot and it feels stupid to make 2 cups.
Yeah.
In like a 10 cup pot.
Yeah.
Like that looks stupid. It looks like tar. So.
Yes, that's very true. I know I do the K-cups, but I feel like I should switch just to the pot coffee because I'm basically drinking it like, people get those big gulps. That's my nickname for myself.
Oh, girl.
Big gulp.
But when I did K-cups, it still tastes like you just brewed coffee through a piece of plastic. Like
there is a certain
non-spawn
aftertaste of like liquid plastic.
Yeah, there's an aftertaste of this cannot be good for the environment. I just killed a turtle for sure.
Yeah. There's a thin film of guilt for sure
on everything.
But that's everything these days. How's North Carolina?
Girl, there's a thin film on everything and it is sweat because this shit is humid.
We're having a heat wave out here. It's like 100 degrees right now. Yeah,
well, it's not that hot here, and it got down to like 80 as the sun was setting last night, which was lovely with a breeze. Yeah. But it's the mugginess I forget about, and like Beanz doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. How's she? I mean, she's an air-conditioned queen.
She goes outside, and you would think she was like, I just put her in a vat of pudding. Yeah. Like she cannot move. She's like literally wading through the sky.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so muggy out, and then also just seeing Beanz interact with like new flora and fauna.
Oh, yeah. This is a big switch for her.
She is a Southern California girl through and through. Like even when she lived on the streets, etc., she was still a SoCal,
She's
Sublime t-shirt wearing.
Yeah,
exactly.
She's got an ascot and a heating pad. So she's a little bit bougie.
She's a city girl. But I was walking her the other night and a firefly went by. And it was like she just realized she ate mushrooms.
I think I told you Hannah and Ella came over the other night. We were all hanging out and we started talking about fireflies, and because they both grew up in California, they didn't know what they were, and Hannah was saying she had only seen one when she was like 25 for the first time. And then the more we're talking about it, because Elliot and I are both East Coast born and raised, Hannah kept being like, have I actually seen one before? Do they actually exist? Are we sure they actually exist? And I was like, for sure.
Well, they're magical.
I forgot how magical they were. I'm so jaded because growing up with them in the backyard, and you catch them and they glow in your hands. Truly, it's like little Tinkerbells everywhere.
Exactly. I saw one. I was walking Beanz, and yes, I'd had a few drinks, but nothing crazy. I teared up. I was like, nature is magic. We just like get bugs whose butts light up. And then I started thinking about how I used to catch fireflies a lot and like put them in a mason jar and poke the holes. But you're still just making...
before Pinterest became Pinterest. That was the Pinterest thing to do.
But it was still just creating a lightning bug prison.
Yeah.
We let them die overnight.
Yeah. I also put them in jars, saw them light up, and then moved on to the next interesting thing. And then,
exactly. You catch a colony of magical fireflies, see them buzz around, and then go, wait, we got sparklers? And then you completely forget about the magic of these light up raver ass bugs who are just slowly suffocating in a mason jar.
We got frozen sugar in colorful tubes. Yeah, give me that.
Let's do it. No, she freaked out about the lightning bug. And then last night I was walking her in the yard, and it doesn't dew in LA. It either rains or it droughts.
Yes.
And because of the dew, there's like some massive slugs in this yard.
Whoa.
We're talking like 8 inchers.
Whoa. So she's living in this like Pixar film on a regular basis.
So she's trying to pee in the dark, and then all of a sudden she like scurries, and I put on my phone flashlight, and it was, I mean, to her, it was a slimy anaconda.
Yeah, I feel like there is...
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, there is an animated feature here of like a city, Zolo going to the country for her own Eat, Pray, Love experience.
Oh my God, we got it. Oh, sell it, Grace. That is perfect. City
Beanz
dog
becomes a back home girl.
Oh my word. So yeah, it's been interesting to see it through her lens.
Oh, that's
the
so
lens
fun.
of tiny Beanzers.
I know. It's we have humidity out here, which, you know, sucks a dick. I'm not a fan of. My body, I forget that I'm really like, my skin is very sensitive to heat, and it's like very opposite of a chameleon. As soon as I go outside, I just get red and rashy like everywhere from humidity, which is really cute. Hot girl summer for me, for sure.
Exactly. Oh, have you heard, is it WAP or WAP?
WAP, yeah. Or WAP.
Wet ass pussy?
Yeah.
How does it pronounce? WAP or WAP? WAP?
Well, I think the latter one is like a racial slur. So I think it's...
Oh, well, I didn't attempt to do that. It's WAP. Okay.
WAP, I don't know, but that's also me South Phillying my A's, which I've been told since I was younger is a thing that everyone in South Jersey does. But yes, I did see it. Thought it was great. There's some line about like gushy mac and cheese. And I was like, this is great.
Here's the thing is I've only heard the song once, but I watched the video twice without lyrics, like without hearing it, because my mom was visiting me. And I was like, I've got to see why Kylie Jenner is trending on Twitter and all that jazz. But I couldn't listen to it out loud. So I finally got some of it.
With your mom visiting, you reverted to your teenage self of just like watching scandalous videos on mute to yourself.
No, I've become a bigger pussy, because when I was little, I would like request 2 Live Crew at the skating rink, like when I was, in 4th grade. But now, damn, I mean, like my mom was walking by and it was that part with Cardi with the pasties, and I was like, "Wait, Mom," and put my phone down.
Well, you're just protecting her from having a health scare, because it is a very jarring, beautiful, intense music video. I looked at it because Carole Baskin had spoken out about...
What?
She spoke out about the use of big cats in the video. She wasn't a fan. She thinks that they came from obvious like LA trainers that notoriously do not treat their animals very well.
Wow.
So, yeah, she gave her 2 cents about it, I guess. But all I can think about with Carole Baskin now is that... cameo going around of her and her husband drinking Bacardi. We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
It's so good. I wonder what her wait list is for her cameo. But I mean, that's like the most 2020 shit of all time if Cardi B responds to Carol Baskin.
I think she did. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it. I also know that Cardi B was talking to Bernie Sanders. So she's had a busy 2020.
She's killing it.
It's wild. Did you watch the DNC?
I watched the highlights. I mean, obviously, I watched the Michelle speech and cried and stuff, but I didn't like sit down and do the whole thing. You know, I'm picking and choosing.
That's the best way to do it. We sat down and watched for a while the whole thing, and they're doing the best that they can with the parameters that they're given.
Wait, hold on. The Billy Porter?
I haven't seen the Billy Porter part. What happened?
Amazing.
Well, before that, we had to turn it off because I was getting, and Elliot was getting too anxious. We were both getting anxious when they kept cutting after speeches to like the people on webcams that were just there to like clap, and they kept cutting to people that didn't know that they were on camera to clap, and so it was just like a family on a couch. And then they'd be on them for 3 seconds, and by the third second, they'd start clapping, and then they'd cut to someone else, and it'd just be someone else waiting. And then start clapping.
Truly, I don't understand. Even just watching the news, like we're in month 1,000,000 of the pandemic. Yeah. This is what I understand. How they don't, the producer, when they're prepped, like let's say it's a pundit who's going to talk next, how they don't go, hey, just right now, start smiling.
Yes.
We're not cutting to you. It could be 10 seconds. It could be 30, but start smiling because it is just them deadpan to the camera looking like a deer in headlights. And then they turn it on and it looks psychotic.
It looks psychotic, and it also just makes the whole production really feel produced. I mean, they're doing the best that they can, but yeah, I felt like their cues are off. There's someone on a delay in the control room that's not giving these cues correctly.
Yikes.
But they did.
It's better than that WAP, that weak ass president.
Hey, there you go. Ooh, there you go.
Give me the remix. Give me the remix.
In the past, we've all counted on restaurants for experiences and delicious food, and right now they are counting on us. And while their dining rooms may be closed, they're still open for delivery with DoorDash. DoorDash is the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door. Ordering is easy. You open the DoorDash app, you choose what you want to eat, and your food will be left safely outside your door with the new contactless delivery drop-off setting. With over 300,000 partners in the US, Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, you can support your local go-tos or choose your favorite national restaurants like Chipotle, Wendy's, Cheesecake Factory, all the hits, just to name a few. Many of your favorite local restaurants are still open for delivery. Just open the DoorDash app, select your favorite local restaurant, and your food will be left at your door. DoorDash deliveries are now contactless to keep communities that they operate in safe. And right now, you guys can get $5 off and 0 delivery fees on your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TMGW. Again, that's $5 off and 0 delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TMGW. Don't forget code TMGW for $5 off your first order with DoorDash.
These days, you really gotta look at tiny little changes you can do in your day-to-day to treat yourself. You deserve it. If you're gonna take a tub bath, bring a glass of wine and really soak. If you're gonna have dinner, have it out on your veranda, aka a porch, and pretend you're at a restaurant. And if you're gonna get in bed for several hours every night, well then, dang it, make sure your sheets are comfortable. That's why I am telling you all about Brook Linen sheets. Guys, they are so luxurious. They are turning my entire bedroom into a luxury. I feel like a queen. They are buttery, they are soft, and they aren't expensive. That's the cool thing. Brook Linen sheets bring new life and new feeling into your space. They're luxury products at a low price. And once I'm in there and getting several hours and feeling well rested, it trickles into the following day, and then I'm making all kinds of smart choices. Founded in early 2014 by a husband and wife, Rich and Ricky, they wanted to find beautiful home essentials that didn't cost an arm and a leg. Plus, they were the first direct-to-consumer, DTC baby, bedding company. That means they work directly with manufacturers and directly with customers, so there aren't all these middlemen trying to grab your coin. They also offer not just sheets, but towels, which are super plush, shower curtains, even loungewear. So it makes you feel like even when you get out of bed, you're still in bed, baby. And here's the fun part. Brook Linen is offering 10% off your first order and free shipping when you use the promo code TMGW only at brooklinen.com. Brooklinen.com is the perfect place to start making small changes in your everyday that make a big difference. And they're so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, loungewear, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. So go on, make yourself a little more comfortable. Get 10% off your first order and free shipping when you use the promo code TMGW at brooklinen.com. I am tired just having done this ad. I think I'll go get in bed.
So my mom came to visit me.
Oh, yeah. I know that she was supposed to. I didn't realize that this already happened. How did it go?
Oh, she came up immediately and stayed for 2 nights. And it was just like the most Southern thing I've seen in my life is she walks in and I'm like, can I help you with your stuff, Mama? And of course, she's 69 years old and going to be like, I got it. And I'm like, Mother, you broke your hip a year ago. You're 69 and you're probably on sleep meds. So I helped bring her stuff in and it's like a suitcase in her bag. And then there's a Tupperware. And I'm like, what is this? She goes, I brought my own stuff to make gravy. I was like, if that's not the most Southern shit ever, is a mom bringing her own supplies to make gravy.
Gravy to go. Gravy on the road. That's amazing.
Gravy.
She's always prepared.
She really is. I mean, I was like, Mom, you don't think I'll have salt? Like, I got some stuff. But I made her dinner. We had a nice, like, relaxing couple of days. It felt like my mom slept a lot. And right now, my sister and my nephews and my niece live with my mom. And it felt like, I compare it to, I don't know if it was the same with Goose, because Goose has way more energy than my slug.
I was thinking about Goose in relation to this, and then I thought that's rude. But.
Oh, no, I was just going to say when I brought like Beanz home, she slept for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because she could finally relax because she wasn't in the shelter.
Yes. When Goose goes into boarding for a day or so, like she loves to go, but when she comes back, she just sleeps because I think she's just on high alert when she's there.
Totally. And I'm sorry to compare my mother's home to a dog shelter. I realize how bad that sounds. But I was like, yes, sleep, Mother.
Yes.
Sleep. You can relax here. Yes. No one's going to come in with a problem. Just
You don't
sleep.
have to take care of anyone here.
Relax.
Let me take care of you.
Drink wine as early as you want.
That's wonderful.
But I was making her dinner and Grace, this is very relevant to us.
Okay.
So you know how I keep up with my parents on Scrabble Go.
Yes.
And you're also a big Scrabble goer.
Yes.
Are you still Scrabble going as much?
Yeah, I'm looking at my phone now, and my mom played her turn. She kicked my ass yesterday, so
yeah,
winds of change.
Thank you. Okay, I was kicking my dad's ass, and then last week he dropped trifocal, triple word, all his letters.
Whoa.
It was like 120 points. I was like, what the hell?
He might be using cheats.
Yeah,
not to say that your dad would do that.
You smear
I've been
his
seeing
name,
his tweets.
Grace. You smear his name.
He's riding high on these hilarious tweets that he's got going, which I showed Elliot. I was like, okay, you want to see why Mamrie is the way Mamrie is? This is what her father tweeted about MAGA the other day.
He said, the only MAGA I like are magazines. Which is actually true. My dad takes like woodworking magazines with him everywhere like a whoopee. So I was like, this is a legit tweet. That makes sense.
Yeah,
magazines. Killing me. But so I play my parents at Scrabble. I made them both download it. So I've brought them into this world.
Yes.
And so me and my mom are talking and I realized, because she's online a lot, I'm like, well, who all do you play with? This and that. And she's like, I play with, Aunt this person and that person and bots. And she goes, I've stopped playing with random requests. And I went, oh, okay, well, good. She goes, because there's always a different motive. And I was like, excuse me, Mother? What's going on? She goes, I was playing with random people just as a game. And it's all these men who send you a chat and start asking you questions. And I was like, wait, are there Scrabble scammers? And my mom goes, this is what they do. They DM you and you say hello, and I'm courteous. And I'm just, I try to set the boundaries by saying like, good luck in this game. Just
keeping
a nice
it professional. Keeping it professional.
And then they ask, do you live alone? What do you do for work? And my mom says they always are working off the coast somewhere, usually say military or somewhere random. They always ask if you're married with kids, and then they say they're a widow with a teenage daughter. My mom says this has happened to her like 20 times.
Wow.
And so I Googled it.
Yeah. I'm looking at my app now because I thought the funniest thing, like Elliot and I will play and then we'll start chatting with each other, like while we're sitting next to each other on the couch. But at the top of every chat thing on Scrabble Go, it says, please be respectful and keep all exchanges friendly. Click the top right cog icon to mute chat and more. So it's like, I was like, why do they have this warning up here? There must have been someone not playing by these Scrabble rules.
Well, it's not rules, and that the fact that they think it's like, oh, this is a game that like lonely old women play at night, and like maybe I can get in there. And mom goes, they always want me to switch over to WhatsApp. And I was like, Mom, these are scammers. These are like,
your mother is like 2 games away from being a storyline on 90 Day Fiance right now.
Well, no, my mom was like, I either stop the game now or I say, yes, I'm happily married with a lot of kids, and just like lie.
Yeah.
But I was like, what is this underbelly world I've never heard of?
They've infiltrated the Scrabble app. Nothing is safe.
Nothing
also,
is.
That sucks for your mom to have to leave the games and ruin her Scrabble score.
I know, especially if you've had like a really good couple of ones. But
right?
What's crazy is I Googled like, are there scammers on Scrabble Go? And like the first thing that popped up was scam alert, chatty words with friends people. There's an uptick of scammers who are preying on women. Genuine players of Scrabble-like games don't really talk much to others. They're busy creating words and trying to win. And it was like an NBC article, but then it was just like, there's an uptick of people posing as lonely and sad widowed men, or they say they're in the military and they try to get you to leave the app to talk on a different app.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is a great cautionary tale for anyone out there that's being poached by some Scrabble Go players.
I mean, I've said it once. I'll say it again. If I don't know you personally, don't request a game with me.
No, I only play my boyfriend and my mom in Scrabble Go. Yes. That's it.
If you don't share genes with me or my boyfriend, I don't play you in Scrabble.
I only play with people I share genes, genetic and physical.
Denim. Exactly. So I thought that was crazy.
Wow, that is crazy. And good to know for anyone out there. Those aren't real people. They're scamming you. There's something going on. Well, I've been getting so frustrated with the young people.
Okay, yeah, let's do this.
TikTok parties, birthday parties during the pandemic.
There was like a Bruce or a Bryce or somebody who just did
Bryce who apparently peed from a balcony during Playlist Live onto people like in the lobby of a hotel. So truly a quality human being, great individual. Glad he's influencing other people.
My God.
I drafted so many tweets that I was going to send, but here's my new idea.
Okay.
I have an idea that if anyone can take this that has the means to do this, I think that we find out whatever the PR list is of like all the kids that go to these parties, all the ones that want to go to the parties.
Hate them.
Send out a big anonymous, mysterious party invite, right? That says like, there's going to be a huge TikTok party at an undisclosed location. Use this QR code and it'll give you the directions to the location of the party on the night that the party's supposed to happen.
This is prime evil and I love it.
Right? I don't know how tech works. I'm just assuming that someone in Silicon Valley can do this.
Yes.
Then QR codes get sent, super mysterious, no real details about whose party it is or like where exactly it's going to be. And that's, they don't care because they don't care.
It's attention. It's attention. It doesn't matter. They need it.
They know that they've been invited, and in their world where only they matter, that's all that matters.
Damn, we are getting raw today, and I love it.
I'm just over it.
Yeah,
and so
for real.
Then they drive to this undisclosed location. Surprise. At the undisclosed location, it's a field of tents set up to give them all COVID tests.
Ooh, I like this.
We set up like a flash camera, like on a log flume, that when they pull in and they don't know where they are, boom, photo.
Oh my God.
And then they can buy the photo at the end through a booth if they've tested negative.
They can buy the photo back, but all proceeds go towards Black Lives Matter.
Yes, exactly. This is just the seedling of an idea that can be germinated and built upon. But yeah, I'm just over all of these idiots. Very much
I'm over them too. And like, how are they not, like, they could so easily make being tested and being socially distant cool. And like, there's something where it could be like, it's not a co-ed party, it's a COVID party. Like, but, like let's get tested.
If they cared about anyone other than themselves, that would be a great thing for them all to do. But their world, their whole value is only in them having interesting lifestyles. And if they have to stay home with their own thoughts and be by themselves, that's hell on earth, dude. They can't.
It truly is.
How can they influence under those circumstances?
Wow.
Anyway, I mean, that's that on that. I've spent a lot of brain energy just like figuring out the best way to do something
to
like
trap
that.
TikTokers like they're mice.
Oh, yeah. And just watch them all pull up thinking that they're showing up for a big party, knowing
what
that they can't
What do you think
this.
the ultimate like bait would be? Like the ultimate carrot? What celebrity do you think they would go, well, fuck it, I've got to go? Obviously, they're all in their little TikTok family,
right?
But like, who's like someone bigger, like out of their echelon league that they'd be like, I got to go get a picture with them right now? God. I mean, it wouldn't be like a Will Smith or someone.
No,
who's
it'd
like,
be like a Shawn Mendes, or not terrible, but like someone
he seems nice, but still, yes, okay.
But someone that is just Carrot Top. We'll see if they show up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you someone that they admire and think that they couldn't miss out on, that they would like sacrifice or make themselves vulnerable in any way.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty bonkers. Other than that, the other side of my world is that we watched Dating on the Spectrum, all of it, and I'm overwhelmingly in love with everything about it.
I watched it in one night.
Same. 5 episodes back to back. And
I watched it in one night, and then I had a friend come visit me this weekend, and then I made her watch it, and I watched like the first 3 episodes again.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. I don't know why I've been hesitating to watch it. So for anyone hesitating, highly recommend. It's fantastic. I want more. I want follow-ups. I want...
Me too.
Oh, gosh.
Well, here's the thing is, no matter what the show is, no matter how charming it is, etc., it's going to be amped up by 200% if they have a British or Australian accent.
Yes.
And it was an Australian show.
Yeah, it took me like 2.5 episodes to realize that they were Australian and not British.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a long time, longer than it should have, to figure that out. I just loved how sweet the crew was, like the interactions, like in between, like setups of things was just so pure and wonderful and handled like so maturely and not like overly delicate. I loved it.
If you guys need some heartwarming shit that will give you a little bit of hope, and instead of looking at Jake Paul or some other bullshit, please go watch some Love on the Spectrum. It's so good. Oh,
please.
Here's another quick little mom tidbit that just made me laugh. I was like, what are you talking about? So my mom has started a part-time job where she basically, this is why she's on Scrabble so much, where she basically just like goes and hangs out with this 98-year-old named Hazel on the weekends.
Okay.
Like her like kids don't live nearby or they've passed, and she just needs like someone there to watch Family Feud with and bitch.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Like my mom will literally, she'll like watch something, and my mom will always be like, Hazel will always be like, well, what is this show? And my mom will say, and she'll be like, well, I don't much care for that. And then my mom will switch it to like Jeopardy, and she'll be like, what is this show? She's like, Hazel, it's the show we watch every night. Like, she's so cute. But what killed me is my mom goes, oh, but it's so boring. And I was like, well, yeah, she's 98. Because my mom's basically like, get on Scrabble more. I'm trying to get scammed. I need you on there. You leave me hanging for 2 days at a time, and I'm over there bored with a 98-year-old.
Oh, gosh.
So my mom goes, I got so bored one day, I feel kind of bad. And I go, what? She goes, well, I found a balloon in my purse. And I was like, okay, she has a 4-year-old that lives with her, and she goes, and I blew it up, and she goes, and I feel I shouldn't have done this because Hazel's 98 with one eye, but I threw it at her and said, think fast. But it's like just an empty balloon. And my mom goes, but it was coming at her so slow in the air. But I think Hazel like thought it was the Matrix because right when it got to her, she dodged it like it was like a slow-mo dodgeball.
That's incredible.
I was like, Bob, you know you're bored when you're throwing balloons at a 98-year-old with one eye.
Yeah, that's like some Mary Poppins that she opened her bag and pulled out a balloon and said, think fast.
My mom thought, like, she acted like she was actually in slow-mo trying to dodge it like it was a bowling ball coming towards her head. She goes, so we threw it back and forth a couple times. Long story short, always keep a balloon in your purse.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Also, cracked my ass up.
What a great side gig, like a Rent-A-Friend.
Yeah, totally.
Really great.
My mother shall rent a friend. She'll bring her own gravy.
And a balloon if you're lucky, if it's a Tuesday.
Oh, man.
That's very funny. Bombas makes the most comfortable socks in the history of feet. They've literally rethought every little detail of the socks that we wear to make them even more comfortable than you thought socks could be. I wear Bombas socks all the time. Not only are they super comfortable and like apply like a nice gentle pressure to my feet, which just little hugs around my ankles. Their socks also come with little left and right stamps on the feet, so that's helpful for someone like me. Maybe not so much for you. Anyway, these socks do more than keep your feet cozy. They give back to the most vulnerable members of our community because for every pair of socks that you purchase, Bombas donates to someone in need. The generosity of Bombas customers has allowed them to donate, get this, over 34 million pairs of socks and counting through their nationwide network of 3,000 plus giving partners. And the impact is more powerful than ever to those experiencing homelessness. These socks represent the dignity of putting on clean clothes, a small comfort that is especially important right now. So give a pair when you buy a pair and get 20% off your first purchase at bombas.com/TMGW. That's BOMBAS.com/TMGW for 20% off your first purchase. Bombas.com/TMGW.
Wait, I saw you made Cheddar Bay Biscuits, ma'am.
Yes, I did. Yes,
Tell
I did.
me everything. I've covered the gravy. You cover the biscuits.
Yeah, we have been, missing our mediocre chain restaurant slop troughs of food.
It's hard to be like, I'm going to go risk COVID to eat food I know is kind of shitty.
Is gross, as I know I'm going to, I already feel guilty before I start eating it. And so we've been talking for a couple days about what if we made a Red Lobster meal at home, because there's all these cheat recipes online and blah, blah, blah. And we finally did. We tried on Saturday. We're doing this new wild thing where we try to get out of the house more frequently.
I saw your post on our Patreon, patreon.com/thismightgetweird, that you had weekend goals.
Yes. If you guys are interested in our Patreon, go check it out. I'm doing this new accountability thing with all of our friends over there. It's really fun. It's super helpful, turns out. So we tried to go to the beach and it was so crowded. No. It was such a bummer. I really thought, and this is, I guess, total blissful ignorance, that it would be a little bit more responsible, a little bit more spread out. And no, everyone was there.
There's a pandemic and a heat wave, and it's packed.
It was pretty wild. And so we happily bailed, and then we're like, backup plan, we're making Red Lobster at home. This is the best case scenario. This is truly what we want.
That's definitely would have been my first choice anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of both secretly rejoiced that the beaches were unable to be attended to by us.
Little indoor kids of being like, we're both secretly relieved. Yeah. Okay, cool, bye.
As my body breaks out in hives every time I leave my house, it's my body couldn't be giving me more warning signs to stay inside. But and I didn't know that the Red Lobster makes Cheddar Bay Biscuit mix.
They make mix. Yeah, they make mix.
It's genius. I had no idea. Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of marketing capitalism stuff that is smart in my mind. Yeah. But we did it. We made them. They're incredible. And I can't stop thinking about why Cheddar Bay Biscuits are so remarkable. It's just taking
I've heard
a
they
biscuit.
Have the same fat content as a Snickers bar. Each biscuit.
Oh, for sure, if not more.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not hating on that.
No, I mean, it's the same thing. You're paying for your own guilt, in a box. But then you just have the mix and you add cheese to it and you add butter and whatever, and it becomes a thing. And I'm like, what else can you take that is a commonly known food system like a biscuit and add something that we all also love, cheese, and make it the most iconic thing ever. And I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what else in that world we could market and build up and make for ourselves.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I need to try. There's a biscuit place that's just up the street from me that's supposed to be remarkable called Biscuit Head.
Biscuit Head.
Biscuit Head because like the biscuit's supposed to be as big as your head.
Oh,
I've
okay.
I've heard the term.
I don't understand if this is a pun. I'm not getting it.
No, it's not. No. Biscuit Head. And then I know like in Portland, like one of their chains of biscuit places called Cat Head, because that's a phrase of like, a biscuit as big as a cat's head, which I feel like is, I've seen various size cats. So
yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I would associate immediately how big a cat's head is.
Right? And it's kind of gross. But I want to get down in that biscuit world. So if you're figuring out your Cheddar Bay world.
Yeah, I know. There's something there. There's something that can be marketable in that world. But fantastic. Really great. Highly recommend.
Question.
Yeah.
Do they sell frozen Bloomin' Onions by Outback?
Like they must. I know that they sell like a TGI
like a cake
Fridays.
Box?
I don't know. That's some science that I don't know if that exists. But I know that they make all the TGI Fridays like appetizers that you can like make it yourself.
But I feel like Outback has a trademark on the process of blooming onion. Because when you think about it, like other people have mozzarella sticks, other people have spinach dip, all the stuff that Fridays does. Those are common apps. But like the only place I've seen an actual bloomin' onion is Outback.
Same. It has to be proprietary. They must own the IP to a bloomin' onion.
Thank you for dropping some Shark Tank jargon.
But also, in my mind, again, taking a commonly known food item, an onion, and doing something, frying it, making it an iconic thing. Also, now I'm thinking all this through. It feels like the time for a new app to rise to the top, to innovate something in that world. Because we've had mozz sticks forever. We have boneless buffalo wings, the Cheddar Biscuits.
Which we've talked about.
Right.
I mean, where's the line between boneless wing and chicken tender?
Yeah, that's a very controversial issue that has polarized many people. But now I'm ready. I'm ready for more innovation in the app community. I know that we're not going to restaurants, obviously, but I'm ready for something new.
Do it.
Maybe
Check out my IGTV show where I drop great new recipes every couple of weeks.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a video where I try to recreate one of your recipes.
Yeah.
So that's on the docket of to-dos to do.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I have to tell you one other little thing that didn't happen to me but happened near me. I actually haven't overheard.
Ooh, fun. I know you're out and about, so you have more opportunity for those out there.
Well, the thing is I'm not going out as like, I'm not like going to restaurants or anything, getting to go food, but people in Asheville are really responsible and everyone wears masks and it's cool. And so I have felt comfortable like bopping into a store to grab something. Yeah. So the other day, my mom's here and she's going back and she was like, oh, I have to get a prize, quote unquote, for the 4-year-old's granddaughter. You know, she was just like, do they have prizes in Asheville? Which is a kid way to be like, bring me some shit back, ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, every time I go to any store that has even just a dog toy, I get one for Goose.
Oh, see, I really don't get to access that joy with Beanz.
Yeah, I know. Beanz isn't a gift giving isn't her love language.
No, she would love if I put out, I should start doing this. If I put out like a tiny 2-inch size cheese board.
Yeah.
She'd lose it. Like that's her love language is tiny pieces of cheese. If I made myself a real human cheese board and then made her like a tiny one, like a matchbook sized one.
Yes.
We should start doing this.
Yeah. You got plans this weekend, lady.
Shit. My charcuterie board.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm filming that for sure. But so I was walking Beanz and there was just the epitome of a Hippie Dippy store.
Yeah.
Like
wind chimes.
There's like wind chimes. There's the hippie prints that you don't know if you're getting this like baggy pant in Thailand or Asheville. There's, there's crystals. There's so much incense. And then
Driftwood has been made into every possible piece of furniture you could imagine.
Yes. But there's also Grateful Dead tapestries and like tapestries. Yeah, maple syrup tapestries, and then like beanies with like weed plants, which here it's not legal, so it's like so funny that it's still scandalous. Yeah. Anyway, so I go in there and I'm like, okay, I'll put together a little thing for her. I got like one of those wooden eggs that's like a percussion thing, you know.
That's
like,
great. Yeah.
I got her a couple of flip books because I was obsessed with flip books when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, and then I got her a piece of amethyst because I know that bitch. Sorry, my niece. That woman, that girl. She stays up really late, and I was like, Mom, you could use this to be like, I know as a former hippie, amethyst is supposed to give you good sleep if it's nearby your bedstand. So you can like trick her into going to sleep of like, do you feel the power of this amethyst? Like just lie to this kid.
I mean, if we're going to talk about Santa Claus and like every Disney movie possible, I feel like let's start giving the kids crystals.
Give the kids crystals. Yeah. I mean, our asses do new moon ceremonies and stuff. Why wouldn't you be doing that with a kid to be like, hey, what have you been doing this month you want to let go of?
My two front
What have you been doing? Yeah, please tell you. And then like setting intentions and using crystals with kids.
If we teach children manifesting
religion,
oh my God, I know, right? Then they won't be going to these stupid house parties when they turn 20.
No, they'll be recharging their crystals. Yeah. So anyway, I'm in this Hippie Dippy store and I can hear the person at the register and the person behind the register discussing dreadlocks. Like white people dreadlocks.
Okay.
And because the girl who's checking out has like long white lady dreadlocks.
Okay.
And the other one going, I tried to do that, but then it just became like I didn't maintain it and it was a rat's nest. And so I'm eavesdropping and then I'm like, who cares? Go and do my thing. I'm looking at patches. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my groove on. So then I finally get my little my prizes for my niece. I go and I stand in line and I'm coming up right when the girl who's at checkout is like, oh yeah, my name is Gracie. And she was like, crazy? And she was like, no, Gracie, but I am kind of crazy.
Okay.
And the woman at the register was like, oh, aren't we all? Like one of those things. She goes, no, I mean like my life has been insane. Meanwhile, I've just pulled up. Like I'm ready to check out.
Yeah, there's now a line.
Over the course of the next 30 seconds, Gracie stands right there as I'm waiting to check out. And she goes, and I wrote it down verbatim. She goes, well, I've died 7 times already in this current life. I have gained and lost 400 pounds. I was abducted by a serial killer when I was 2.
Okay.
And the girl at the register goes, oh, wow. Okay. And there's like a line forming. And she just goes, you should write a book. This is a crazy story.
Yeah.
And then Gracie just goes, you don't know the half of it. I was held hostage in multiple foreign countries. I've also, and then the girl just like hands her bag and she's like, that's nuts. Like you should write a book. I'll buy it. Be the first one. But I was losing my mind. I was like, imagine being in line and then hearing someone be like, oh yeah, I've lived 7 lives. I was abducted by a serial killer at 2. I've been held hostage in other countries. And I also got dope dreadlocks.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, right?
I feel like you got an overview of every movie on Lifetime right now.
Well, I heard it and I went home and I was like, I really got to step my pussy up on the movies I write.
Yeah.
Because like...
truth is stranger than fiction, turns out.
Absolutely, girl.
Wow.
Absolutes.
What was she buying?
I wish I'd gotten a look at it.
Oh, and who knows? Who really knows?
I'm assuming it was incense. There was so much incense. Yeah. And like lighters with like, you know, smiley faces with Rasta colors. Like it's just all that shit. It's so good.
Perfect.
I'll make you a care package from that store. We talked about sending each other care packages.
Yeah, we want to send each other care packages to open on camera and to post on our Patreon a little bit later, which I think would be super fun. Yeah, I'd love whatever's in that store.
I love getting mail.
I love mail. I love the mail system, the USPS. God bless. Save it.
Oh, Jesus. Like, who'd have thunk it? Like, I'm sorry to get political again, but it's like, remember last time, like, his Hail Mary was there's caravans of murderers and rapists coming over the country, and now he's just waging a war on mailmen and the post office service. It's like, dude.
It's a child. It's a child that he's doing all the things that, like, a 10-year-old thinks that they get to do when they're student president. Like,
yes.
all the soda machines are going to be only Coke. And like, there's going to be only lunchtime and no
you
math.
You are so right. Like while the Democrats will be like, and this is our plan for this, for that. You're so right. By October, he'll be like, every cafeteria is Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
Pizza parties on Fridays.
Oh, gosh, I know. He's saying something that he's going to serve a third term.
Oh, my God. Get out of here.
Wild. It's wild.
I'm definitely not drinking less anytime soon.
Yeah, right. And if you're not sure on your voter registration status, just friendly reminder to check it out, y'all. Get your vote by mail in ASAP. Yes. I also signed up recently for something that's supposed to track your mail-in ballot for you.
Nice. Oh, wait. I was at my friend Ashley's house when I first got here, and she got one of those absentee ballot requests with Trump's face on it. He sent it out. It was a specifically North Carolina thing that, like, after he said mail-in voting is bullshit and fraudulent and all that, he sent out mailers in North Carolina because it's like one of the key states this election.
Yeah.
For Republicans to request their mail-in ballot or what have you. And Ashley was like, hey, I got something from Trump if you need material for your podcast. And I saw it and I was like, this is so weird. And then I immediately saw it on CNN.com where it's like he's targeting North Carolinians specifically.
Wow. That's
sorry. I know we went very political at the end, but it's just
guys, good to know. I know people ask us to get more political in here, and that's
really?
Yeah, people. I mean, talk about what's happening in the world.
That's true.
I do want to
change the subject, girl.
This is funny. I read some of our reviews on iTunes, which are all
I'm nervous.
So sweet and glowing and lovely, and thank you to everyone that has left a positive review.
Leave one.
Please feel free. The quirkier, the funnier is always appreciated. But this is one that I read.
Oh my God, I'm legit nervous.
No, I think we should actually take this one and make it the official bio that we send out for publicity.
Okay.
The title of the review is Bleh, BLEH. This was left at the end of June of this year. And the review is, it's just two random chicks talking about their average random lives. Maybe if you're a 15-year-old girl with no life and no friends, you can live vicariously through them.
Oh my, yeah.
Truly?
Lay it on me.
I mean, I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy that, but congratulations on defining exactly what this podcast is.
Exactly what it is. And in our defense, because I immediately become an attorney, to keep up a podcast, the Seinfeld of podcasts, podcast that's literally about nothing, and has no theme, and to keep it up this many months throughout a pandemic where you barely leave your home, I'm going to say kudos to us.
Kudos to us. I agree with you. I also think it's very delightful to watch someone be upset about something that was never promised to be anything different than exactly as he described it. So, or they, I don't know who this is, by the way. I'm sorry that I gendered him.
Our bio isn't two adventurous girls go and do the craziest things they can do every week. No, we're like, this is what, blah.
No, it made me laugh. I was like, wow, this is accurate. Okay, cool. Thanks, dude.
That'll be our side podcast. We'll just name it Blah.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Oh my gosh, Grace.
Well,
we did it again.
So
warn your mom about Scrabble Go Scammers.
Yeah, I will.
Everyone do that.
I thought the biggest thing I had to tell her about Scrabble Go is that there are buttons up top that help you find words if you're stuck. But now I know there's more. Oh yeah, there's 3 buttons at the top that give you 3 different hint options, and you can use them for free once a game, and then they charge you diamonds after you use them one time. Yeah.
Okay, but here's the thing. And I don't know why this guy thought this was a blah podcast.
Yeah.
I did not know that existed. I refuse to use it. And I also don't swap tiles. I swap tiles. Purist.
Well, no, Elliot started using all of these and telling me and showing me how to use them. And that's why he was up like 20 games on me. And then I found out that he was using all of these little bonuses aka Cheats, and so now we're evened out. It's
Grace,
been
our
crazy
podcast-
over here, guys. It's been wild. I can't tell you how nuts it's been.
Our podcast is politics, bitching about TikTokers.
Gen Z can go fuck themselves.
Talking how we're going to get into gravy and biscuits, throwing balloons at 98-year-olds, eavesdropping in hippie stores,
I haven't
and
gotten
Scrabble scams.
into the Scottish woman that found Jesus in her potatoes.
Girl, I already had it on my list. We will
Right.
save it for next week.
For next week, guys. Thanks for
All
listening
right.
and watching.
Yeah, this got weird.
Mm-hmm.